It's Katelyn Lesk, and I just wanted to talk to you quickly today about a distinction I made recently. It was kind of a realization I had, and it was thanks in part to a talk I was listening to with Esther Hicks and Abraham. And the distinction has to do with how to get yourself back into a more good feeling place. And what it has to do with is when to go specific and when to go more general in your thoughts. So the message is that when you are feeling badly about something or frustrated about something, we tend to go very specific with our thoughts. If it's a breakup, if it's a disappointment in my Beachbody business, or whatever it might be, our natural tendency is to go more specific. We replay the conversations, we think about alternate outcomes, we try to force things, or at least that's what I do. I overanalyze everything. So my brain tends to go way more specific into the negative. But what I've learned is that with negative things, we actually want to go more general. And it really helps to take a step back, and it helps to kind of calm my mind from going into those negative thought cycles. So when something that happens that disappoints me, instead of thinking about all the nitty-gritty details of it, I just say, that was disappointing, and move on. Okay, so I take it to a more general place, and we don't build the same kind of momentum with our thoughts as we do when we go very specific. Where you want to go more specific is when it's something that's bringing you joy and excitement and something that's really helping you feel good. So with my Beachbody business, in a way that will make me feel better is to go more specific by saying, I want to help this many people, and I want to see this, and this coach reach these goals that I talked with them about the other day, and I want to picture one day being able to have a giant retreat with all of my coaches in the mountains. Like I just got back from last week in Tennessee with our bigger team, and I want to see my coaches being able to host those things, and I want to see them be able to, earn a great income with this opportunity to provide for their family and have plenty of extra money for their kids' college funds and all those kind of things. Those things excite me. They make me feel like I'm on a higher vibration and a higher energy level, and they make me feel good. So those are the times when you want to go more specific, and you don't necessarily have to worry about like the how or the when or how that's all going to fall into place. But going more specific is naturally going to bring up your energy and your vibration. It's going to motivate you more. It's going to get you in the flow, and all those things will just start falling into place naturally. So I have another video where I talk about this practice that I do every day in terms of these statements that I wrote about how I want to feel. And those two help me to, kind of get a little more specific, but not in a way that makes me crazy. So, for example, I have a paragraph in there where I talk about that I want to trust the universe. I talk about how I want to feel in a relationship. But with the relationship, instead of talking about I want this quality, I want this quality, I want this quality, I talk about how I want to feel, and that I want to feel at ease, and I want to feel at home, and I want to feel like myself, and I want to feel excited. And all of those things that my brain cannot argue with. I can't have resistance to that, because those are things that I truly want to feel. I don't have to question, well, what if I actually want this, or what? Those are no-brainer things that I want to feel, and it helps me get a little more specific about what I want, but it's in a way that completely feels good to me. It feels easy, it raises my energy, and it's going to help me naturally be in the flow, naturally draw more good things into my life. So law of attraction at its best, but for as much as I love The Secret and Law of Attraction, I feel like there's a lot more to it than that, and that you really have to, put these practices into play in terms of getting specific about what you want, but always in a way that makes you feel good. And that's the number one thing that you have to focus on, is feeling good. And then taking action on those opportunities that come, but trusting your inner guidance system to know which of those opportunities are right for you, which feels good, which feels like a natural flow. So it's been a long process that I've been developing and learning about for myself in terms of what works best for me. But so far, those are two techniques that I use all the time. This technique of getting specific and getting general, and then what I talked about in the other video about reading each day how I want to feel and affirming that to myself, and kind of incorporating that into my brain wiring and using that to raise my energy. So I hope those tips help.